It is August 23rd, time for me to make a new entry into my diary. Since the last video that I have made, there has been so much that has been happening. I've received phone calls, emails, comments, and it's almost as if I don't know where to start. Now today I'm going to do something that I don't normally do. And as you all know, most of my reports are concerning the African Hebrew Israelite community here in Israel. Now this is an international community. So if you don't know that, then you'll find that out today. Now here in Israel, the spiritual leader of that community, Ammi, it has been reported that he has been in and out of hospital and his physical condition is very much on the wane. The second individual, or the second most powerful individual in the community, is Prince Asiel bin Israel. It has been reported, and many of you already know, that the prince has been charged by the federal government in America for lobbying. The country of Zimbabwe has had sanctions on it for years now. And President Barack Obama has continued those, or he has upheld those sanctions every year. There's a trade embargo on that community or on that nation. And Prince Asiel was charged with lobbying different congressmen or members of the American government to lift those sanctions. Now, according to the report, this is not illegal for a member of the government to do this, but it is illegal for a private citizen to do this. So we are keeping our ears very close to the ground in regards to these two particular reports. Okay, and that is all the information that I can give you on that at this time. Now I want to talk a little bit about the son of the Prince Asiel bin Israel. As you all know, I did a video with him months ago, and he was talking about a situation is where he felt he was being targeted. Okay, now I want to just give you a small update on that. He was found in a condition a few months ago where he had been beaten and left for dead. Now this is very, very disturbing. The internal fighting, bickering within the community, it has to stop. I don't know who's responsible. I don't know the reason why. I don't know what the involvement was that Ben Asiel had in this. But this is not the way that godly people are supposed to be conducting themselves. And this is something that when we look out into the world, there's enough violence. There are changes in regimes all over the world. Things are happening all over the world. But violence is not the answer, people. It's not the answer. Okay? Now, if you ask me, how do I feel about it? I feel like we definitely have to stop the blame game, where the men are fighting against the women and the women are fighting against the men and the youth are fighting against the elders, and we all need to take a look in the mirror and find out where we need to be. You know, if you look out and you see something that you don't like, ask yourself if you're a part of that. Are you contributing to that? Okay? And that leads me into the other subject that I wanted to talk about. The last video I made was on Sotomayor. Now, for those of you who don't know who Sotomayor is, let me tell you, I'm not encouraging anyone to go and to look at his videos, because his videos are a complete disgrace to the black race, because they are filled with hatred and animosity against black women. And in this day and age, we need to be trying to unify, not destroy each other and vilify each other. Now, a lot of you sent in comments and emails, and I want to tell you, I heard that. And if any of you feel as though I misrepresented this situation by omitting the responsibility of the black female, then I apologize. Why? Because, as I said before, we need to be talking about nation building. We don't need to be talking about the problems with the light-skinned sisters and the dark-skinned sisters and the weaves in the hair. And these are small problems, people. There are many, many bigger things that we need to be discussing. And if there is an enemy, we all, as a race, have a common, we have a more common enemy than that. And we need to be remembering that and stop all of the ceaseless internal bickering amongst the race. You know, white folks have problems, but you don't hear them out there doing all of this. They do it amongst themselves. Okay? So that's something that black people can learn from. Now, Tommy Sotomayor, I'm happy to see that there are some brothers that have stepped to him. And Tommy Sotomayor, for those of you that don't know, he's like what you would call the black Rush Limbaugh. He started off in radio. Rush Limbaugh, his claim to fame is being a predominant radio talk show host. And he is vehemently racist and conservative. And so is Tommy Sotomayor. He just basically fashioned himself after him, and went after the black folks just like Rush Limbaugh. Now, we have enough with Fox News. We don't need more of this hatred spewed amongst the race, because our young sons are coming up and they're listening to this and they're buying into it, and it needs to stop. Okay? So anyone, any black person, female, male, transgender, it doesn't matter. All of this hatred needs to stop. Now, and how do I feel about the particular situation within the community that I just came from in terms of solutions? I'll tell you how I feel. These two men have wielded their power over the last 50 years, Benjamin Carter and Prince Asiel Ben Israel. And nothing has come of it has all come to naught. So in my opinion, this is like the Bible. The 40 years of wandering around in the wilderness, it was one of the most glorious opportunities in this century for the black man to really stake a claim and to be an example to the world of what he could do. And we did do a lot of wonderful things in that community, but it was a missed opportunity. That's how I look at it. I don't look at it with any love in my heart to say, oh, well, the man is sick, oh, hallelujah. No. I don't look at it with love in my heart to say, oh, well, Prince Asiel is now in legal trouble. No. I look at it as one of the greatest missed opportunities within our century for nation building. And all of those people that sacrificed so much and came here to be the vanguard for our people that are struggling in the United States and in Africa and across this globe, it is a terrible missed opportunity. I'm saddened by it. I don't find any comfort in the fact that this is how it has all ended. But I find comfort in the fact that after the 40 years of wandering in the wilderness, our children, they will present the solutions. They will come about as a seed that will grow and flourish here in the land and around the world. The old heads, we may not have all of the solutions, but those of us that are willing and able to make a change in our heart, to say, okay, we didn't do everything right. Yes, we do need to change. Yes, we didn't, we can apologize. We're man enough, we're godly enough to see the errors of our ways and keep going. Not give up, not become bitter, but to keep going. Then maybe something can come from this. Something will come out of this. But we have to have enough love in our hearts and all of the things that I just talked about. And when our children look at us, they have to see that in us and say, okay, we can do this. We can carry the banner. We can take this on. And we can fulfill the dream. But for the Tommy Sotomayors, I'm so glad that we have brothers like Zhivago And we have brothers like T. West that are stepping to you. And all of your cries of anguish now that, you know, the people are attacking your mother and your daughter and your grandmother, what did you expect? For the trouble that all of these men are experiencing, what do they expect? When you turn your back on your own people, and when you have such a powerful opportunity to speak for the people, and you take it and you use it for yourselves. There's a saying, and it says, power corrupts, and absolute power absolutely corrupts. In my heart today, I would like to see a change. But I feel good, because I know that our children are going to go and pick up the banner. And they're going to do what we couldn't find it in our hearts, or we didn't have the strength enough, or we didn't have enough wisdom to do. So youth, to all of you out there, know and understand that this is not I'm not trying to tear anything down, but it is time for you to know who you are, the great and mighty people that you are, the tasks that are ahead, and just go forth and do it. You can do it. And basically, that's all I have to say. I love all of you. Thank all of my subscribers. And basically, that's it. Go cool off. It's hot. All its bliss. Diary of a Revolutionary. Signing off.